On behalf of Kayla and Brandon, I welcome all of you here this day for this most beautiful occasion. We gather together as a family of faith, as a family of prayer. We gather together because of the love between Brandon and Kayla. And so we come here with great joy in our hearts this day to witness their love, their two love become one.
Everything's finally right. The dark made peace with the light. I'm gonna love you tonight, like the land meets the dawn. Lay down our demons and rest in this midnight holiness. Something so honest and raw. Would you come be my only one?
Kayla has beautifully written, Brandon is without a doubt the most amazing man I've ever met. Brandon is outgoing and can make anyone feel welcomed, and he is beyond loyal to the people he cares about. It has always been obvious that Brandon knows the value of family, and family has been a big part of our relationship from the beginning. It was an amazing experience that each day we fell in love with each other, we fell more in love with Christ. All these things make me sure Brandon will be an amazing husband. But beyond that, he is truly my best friend, and as soon as I met him, I never wanted to be without him again.
All I want is a promise. Lay it down. All our crowns, I wanna let love be our legacy. I wanna let love be the enemy. Let it come, fire or flood. I wanna let love be our legacy. I wanna let love be the enemy.
You know, Brandon was a kind of a quiet guy who was always a very polite young man. From watching him over the years, I did know him as a player, and I was always impressed with his dedication and tenacity on the court, and he was clearly a very fierce competitor. However, I know the most important thing about you, and that is that you deeply love my daughter and are devoted to her. Kayla is a very special young lady, and she's always had many young men interested in her, but she rarely dated anyone for long. So when she actually acknowledged she liked you after the first day of meeting you, Sandy and I knew this was going to be different. Brandon, you are marrying a wonderful young lady, and I know you will bring the same tenacity and dedication you bring to sports and your career to your marriage. You are a good man, and I'm proud to have you for my son-in-law.
Giving my fear to the dust and let it unfold how it wants. Bring out the trouble in us till all of it is gone. Lay down our demons and rest in this low light holiness. Something so honest and raw. Come on and be my only one.
And Brandon writes, about a month into dating, I was asked by her grandpa, why do you want to date Kayla? I responded, Kayla is like no other girl I've ever met. She's the kindest, most selfless, caring, and trustworthy person I've ever dated. She comes from a family of faith and tradition, which attracted me most to her. It was from this point on when I knew I wanted to marry Kayla. It did not take long to truly understand the person I wanted to be with for the rest of my life. She is insanely adventurous and challenges me to try new things. She pushes me both mentally, physically, and in my faith. The excitement Kayla shows to see me every day and how truly excited I am to see her after a long day makes everything worth it.
All I am is promise. Lay it down. All our crowns, I wanna let love be our legacy. I wanna let your love be the end of me. Let it come, fire or flood. I wanna let love be our legacy. I'm gonna let your love be the end of me.
From day one, Kayla, you've had me wrapped around your finger, and I know you've always knew it. I vividly remember coming home from work, finding you dressed up in a dress, the wolf tones playing in the background, and you asking in your extremely high-pitched little girl voice, "Daddy, now will you dance with me?" I could never resist, and it seems like yesterday I was holding you tight in our little house on Kent Street. You're the oldest girl in a family of 9, and despite having, several big strapping brothers, you are the toughest of all of them. In spite of everything you've been through, you have a heart of gold, and you make others a priority. I love how during hard times you always turn to God, and how during the good times you keep Him at the center of your life. Your faith is strong and contagious. You will make a great wife, and God willing, a great mom.
Lay it down. All our crowns, I wanna let love be our legacy. I wanna let your love be the end of me.
And keep these 3 things in their proper order. If you do that, it'll be a life filled with joy and peace even amongst the trials and tribulations. Keep these 3 things in this order: faith, family, friends. Be loyal to those 3, and everything will work out. Now you've met the woman you want to spend your life with. Make sure that your wife comes first in your life.
Through the window, I see you waiting. You are smiling, 'cause I'm coming. Your eyes are a story, an ocean of memories, pictures of faces and places, and all of the things that make us feel like we have it all. All of the times that make us realize we have it all. We have it all.
As being Brandon's younger brother, I always kind of looked up to him, and he's a rock solid guy. He always was the first one to reach out to you. He didn't say much, like Mr. O'Donohue said, but he always knew he was there for you. And if something went wrong, he was the first one to be there. When I went through some stuff in my personal life, 3 of these guys drove down to West Virginia when I was in medical school because I had to work that weekend, just to hang out with me and play golf. And that's the biggest thing about this group up here, that Kayla, you're not just gaining Brandon, you're gaining a bunch of brothers. All these guys will be there for you in a second, if you ever need anything.
Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful.
Whenever Kayla really loves someone, she will do absolutely anything for them. She is a living example of what it means to love your neighbor as yourself, and will not hesitate to put her own needs or sufferings behind to be there for you. That's just what Kayla does. She gives generously without expecting anything in return. I can't tell you how many times I've dreamed about this day, to see Kayla marrying her best friend. And I can't tell you how much I've prayed for the person that gets to spend his life with her. It feels like just yesterday that we were dressing up in Mom's old prom dresses, having dance parties to Hannah Montana, and now here you are, absolutely glowing in your wedding dress, about to dance with your husband for the first time.
As those who have been chosen of God, holy and beloved, put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Beyond all these things, put on love.
A father's love, a wedding dance, New Year's dreams, a toast with friends, a soldier coming home from war, a faith, a hope for so much more.
You've heard a lot tonight about Brandon's tenacity. Corey touched on it a little bit, his competitiveness and things like that. I had the opportunity to live with Brandon for basically the last 4 years. And I got to see all sides of him, the softer side and the competitive side. When we lived together, it was clear our routine was Friday and Saturday party, Sunday Jimmy John's and football. That became our routine. And then something happened. I met my wife here, and Brandon met Kayla. But you could see right away there was something blossoming between these two.
Brand new life, a mother's prayer, shooting stars, ocean air, a lover's kiss, hard goodbyes, fireworks, Christmas lights. These are the things that make us feel alive. These are the times that make us realize life is beautiful.
Our friendship started out when we were younger and homeschooled and has brought us all the way to today. To say the least, we have gone through a lot of things together, navigating through losses and hardships and tough times and cheering for each other during our victories. And now, today, as we both are wives. Like we heard in the homily today, I can remember back when Brandon and Kayla had only been dating about 1 month, and Pa asked Brandon what he liked about Kayla. Instead of just giving a typical generic response to get out of the question, Brandon said, "Your values and morals. Kayla is different than any other girl I've ever met, and that's why I like her. Everyone can see that just by the way you look and the way you love Kayla, the way your face lights up when she walks into the room, and the way your two personalities complement each other, that you guys were meant to be."
These are the things that make us feel life is beautiful. These are the times that make us
And I knew right away, Kayla, I think it was you, Ashley, and I, and we stayed up till about 4 a.m. singing, and it was mostly you and Ashley, but singing and dancing to Disney songs and Celine Dion. And I knew right away, this girl's she's gonna fit in just fine.
We're flying high like a jet stream. See it in your eyes that you feel me. Never wanna come down to the ground. Setting sparks to fires when you're with me. And I realize what it all means when our hearts beat loud to the beat. There's a song in my head, wanna play it again. Soundtrack to the best days we ever had. You're the one on my heart, erasing all my scars. Oh, I love you so bad.
Kayla, I have always looked up to you. And even when I used to pretend I wasn't, I was pretty much jealous of you all the time. But now I'm kind of more jealous of Brandon because he gets to live with you for forever. Even though you used to say that you would pick Mandy, our dog, over me as your maid of honor, I am so blessed to be by your side today and to raise a glass to you and Brandon.
How we got it so good, I don't know how. Tattooing your name on my heart now. Never wanna let go of this feeling. Soaking in your light right above me is an open sky full of our dreams. Never been so easy to believe. There's a song in my head, wanna play it again. Soundtrack to the best days we ever had. You're the one on my heart, erasing all my scars. Oh, I love you so bad.
So for those of you that know Kayla, know that she's not very good with directions. She can get you to a Target. She can get you to a TJ Maxx. But other than that, she often calls for directions. Well, Brandon, growing up, slept in the car everywhere he went. So he didn't know how to get anywhere either. So just the other night, we were actually driving home from the rehearsal dinner, and neither of them had any idea where we were or how to get home. But luckily, I got him there.
Till the sky falls down. 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 Till the sky falls down.
You hold that together. And what you wrote here will blossom every day because the two of you have a great foundation. You've been given great gifts. You're two good people who can really, really be a light to others of what it means to be truly a husband and wife who are joined together and love one another for all eternity. I know God puts people in your life at a moment you need them. And before I met Brandon, I had a restless feeling like I was waiting for something. On August 20th, 2018, I had an opportunity to go live in Haiti and a job offer in Arizona. And I asked God that if He wanted me to stay, He would have to change my mind. On August 21st, 2018, I met Brandon. Life has been so much better since I have met Kayla, and she accepts and supports everything about me. Kayla has also accepted and become a part of our family almost instantly. I cannot wait to call Kayla my wife, spend the rest of my life with her and raise a family with her. She makes me so happy every single day, and life is truly easier with her by my side. Kayla is my best friend, and there's no one else I'd rather spend my life.
I've told all my children that the most important decision in life that they will ever make is who they marry. Get that one right, and everything else life may throw at you is tolerable. My last bit of advice for you on this big day is the same advice I gave Jeremy and Allie just 6 weeks ago, and that is to truly and completely trust in God, keep Him at the center of your life, and make sure you and your husband enjoy the present, because time really does go by so quick.
So Brandon, from one in-law to another, welcome to the family. Jeremy and I can tell you we hit the jackpot. Kayla, I can't believe this day is here. It's been so fun and such a blessing in so many ways to have a friend and a sister like you by my side. I can't wait to see what God has in store for you and Brandon as husband and wife, and the amazing life that you guys get to start today.
You guys are incredible people, and the last directions that I'll give you are fairly simple. Number one, keep God at the center of your marriage every single day. Number two, pray daily and go to Mass together as you guys already do. Number three, treat each other like a queen and a king each day. Number four, never take a day of marriage for granted. Number five, always be on the same team when you eventually have children and back each other anytime there's a conflict. And number six, as you guys do every day, have fun and live life.
as some advice, I know you guys, it's talked about a lot. You guys really do keep God at the center of your life. Continue to do that, and really, really focus on saying "I love you" to each other every single day. I think that's really, really important. And I know you do that already, but continue to do that. Never forget that, and you guys will have a great marriage. And I know this is a forever kind of thing, and it's really great to see the love that was in the church today and the love that's in this room tonight.
I love the way that you two are so happy when you are together, the way you two complement each other so well, and the way that you are always having fun with each other. Thank you for answering all of my prayers and for being the perfect person for my sister to spend her life with. So now, let's all raise a glass to my beautiful sister and the newest and final O'Donohue brother. May your marriage be blessed and filled with love, happiness, and lots of dance parties. Cheers.
Kayla received this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Brandon received this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
I, Brandon, take you, Kayla, to be my wife.
I, Kayla, take you, Brandon, to be my husband.
I promise to be faithful to you.
Good times and in bad.
In sickness and in health.
To love you and to honor you.
And to cherish you all the days of my life.
To cherish you all the days of my life.
And through the grace of God, it gives me great pleasure to present to you this day Brandon and Kayla as husband and wife.
Here we are on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Moments like this. I try to take a breath, thoughts racing through my head. I try to capture it, but a picture can't hold what a heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. In moments like this. I don't wanna close my eyes. I'm feeling so alive. I try to find the words, but no words can say what my heart is feeling. I just wanna stop the world from spinning, slow it all down for a minute, so that I can take it in. I can take it in. Here we are, on top of the stars. Never thought we'd ever get this far. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this. Here we are, this is a time like a dream coming to life. We live for moments like this. We come alive in moments like this.
I've been married for 6 weeks, so I got it all down now.